What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be continuing on with our macOS development with AppKit tutorial series. And in this particular video we are going to be covering how we can insert new items into a UI collection view in AppKit. So inside of our application, this is what we have to start with. Simply put, it's just a window with a button at the top and a collection view beneath it. This button is going to, pretty much what this button is going to do is it is going to add a random shape as the title of the button suggests. So let's go ahead and do that. Inside of Xcode, you can see I have our view controller, and then I have our collection view and collection view layout. But I have our shapes instead of using our constants from my constants file. I have initialized this to an empty array of strings. Now, at the bottom, everything is the same as we had in the previous video. The only difference is how we are creating our source of truth, our data. And so, inside of the action method for our button, we need to do a couple things. First, we need to retrieve all of the constants. Right? We're gonna pick a random shape from our constants array of shapes. So we're gonna retrieve those shapes from the constants file. Second, we need to generate a random index to reference. And then third, we need to actually store that random shape, the shape at that random index. Fourth, we need to add that shape to our shapes array for our collection view. And then finally, we need to add that, we need to tell our collection view to insert an item at a given index. All right. Those steps may sound familiar to you because we did a similar thing with inserting rows in a table view. So the process is very similar. Let's go ahead and get started by retrieving the constants, retrieving the array of shapes from the constants file. We can do this by saying let shapes equals constants dot shapes. Then we need to generate a random index by saying let random index equals int dot random in 0 to shapes dot count -1. Now, because we're doing a range where we have the period less than operator, we don't need to include the -1 here because it's going to be from 0 to the number that is closest to but less than the number of items in shapes. Pretty simple thus far. Then we'll say let random shape equals shapes with the random index. So those are the first 3 steps complete. We've retrieved all the shapes from the constants file. We have generated a random index, and we got a random shape from the shapes array at the random index. Next, we need to append this random shape to our source of truth. So self dot shapes equals, or not equals, self dot shapes dot append random shape. And there we go. So now that is added to our source of truth, but we're not done. Just adding that to our array of data that our collection view pulls from is not enough. We need to let the collection view know that there is new data by inserting an item into the collection view. And so to do this, we need to call cv.insertItems and the first item, or the first parameter that this takes in, is a set of index paths, but we can use the square bracket syntax for this. And we can say int, or rather index path, with an item and section in its initializer. And for the item, we need to say self.shapes.count -1. So that way we have the highest index possible. It'll be appended to the end of the collection view's contents. And then for the section, this will be the section that you want to append this item to. So in this case, because we only have one section, the index of that section is 0, so it will always be 0. And that's it. Now, when we run our code, we have a successful build. Here's our app. A blank collection view with a button above it. Let's go ahead and click Add Random Shape. Now we can see every time we click it, a new shape is added to the collection view. We can add as many as we like. So we have plenty of shapes now. We have 36 shapes according to VoiceOver here. So that pretty much does it for this video on how we can add items to a NS collection view in AppKit. Thank you all so very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.